Does the stupid little bitch know what she's talking about?
Why ask me? I don't exist, remember?
I think you better tell us everything you know, Angel.
Mrs. Morris, she was raped by a friend of mine.
You set her up. You set her up to be raped.
What's the big deal? Come on, you little buggers. Grow.
Perhaps I better look up the situation's vacant, just in case you do decide to give me the sack.
Damn.
Oh, you nearly gave me your mail as well.
That good for you.
Oh, goodbye, Mrs. Reynolds.
Help me! You've got to help me! Suffer, bitch. I can't hold on! Steve, for God's sake!
Nursemaid every new prisoner, Julie Davies will just have to adjust.
Yeah, but she hasn't even left her cell to eat, Mrs. Barry.
Oh, well, I
Quick,
can't
Mrs.
be
Barry.
waiting. What's the matter? Why are you here by yourself?
It's Miss Ferguson.
Miss Ferguson.
Come on, she might be dead.
Dead?
Yeah.
For goodness sake.
I brought the newspaper to the prison myself, Inspector. The letter was folded in with it. Yes, I suppose that is possible. Oh, yes, all right. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. He's on his way.
Do you have any idea when the letter was planted?
No. Could have been at home or here.
Rouse is taking it seriously.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry to disturb you, Governor, but there's been some trouble in Solitary. Joan Ferguson almost fell from the catwalk. We only just got to her in time.
Is she all right? What on earth was she doing on the catwalk?
Oh, well, she's with Sister Hall at the moment. Apparently she was escorting Keane. Oh, I don't know. I can't make head nor tail of it.
It's all right, Joyce. As soon as she's feeling well enough, tell her to come and report to me and bring Keane with her.
Yes, yes, of course.
Sorry. I was just picturing Joyce hauling Joan to safety.
Oh, hi. I'm Pixie, your cellmate. Well, you weren't at dinner, so I saved some food for you.
Oh, well, thank you, Pixie, but I'm not hungry.
We've all been through it, Karen, so we understand. The only thing you can do is try and make the best of it.
This is Myra. She's our top dog. You can trust her.
Well, actually, I have been told what I can expect, and so trust no one.
Dear old Dot, eh? There's no need to get yourself in a knot, Karen. She's a funny old chook, and she gets things wrong sometimes. There's no reason why you can't trust us.
Look, please, would you just leave me alone?
Oh, we're just trying to be friendly.
A word of advice, Karen. This place is impossible without mates. But we don't try and stick our noses into other people's business. In fact, we don't even want to know why you're in here. Unless, of course, you want to talk about it.
Oh, you don't have to be ashamed. Well, Myra's in here because she killed her husband. Oh, it was an accident, but no one would believe her. Well, there are plenty here who have done worse things, so you see, there's nothing to worry about.
Admit it. You was the one that done it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was you, all right. Look at it. Pulled to pieces. It was a christening robe and I spent weeks on it. Now look at it. You're a callous little bitch and you're not going to get away with
Well,
it.
just stay away from me, you stupid old goat.
Oh, hey. Who wants to hear something straight off the press?
As long as it's good news.
It is. The freak. She just went over the edge of the catwalk. She'd be dead for sure if Fred hadn't gone for help.
Why would Red want to say that?
Sounds like a balls up on the freaks, but I bet you Red was meant to be at the bottom of the catwalk.
I mean, Nick and Jude, look at it. It was Angel
I'll
that done
give it a rest, Dot.
Oh, typical. Nobody gives it stuff.
Where's Red now?
Oh, she's probably in solitary. What do you think?
Oh, that figures. She saves the freak and still gets punished.
Well, one thing's for sure. The freak is going to be in a real bad way. You know what she's like when her plans go wrong. Oh, God, I can still see her dangling there. I just can't. The freak. She just had an accident. Come on, I'll tell you. Oh, my God, you won't believe it.
All set to go?
The aces and the picture cards. You remember the code?
Paul Newman never let Robert Redford down.
Call the pigeons.
Okay, ladies, step right up. Never let it be said I'm a bad winner. I'm going to give you all a chance to make your money back. Fortune to be won in every hand. Who's for a game of Indian poker?
I need my money back.
What did Sister Hall have to say?
It's just a shoulder strain. Won't keep me from my duties, though.
Glad to hear it. Now, what were the two of you doing on the catwalk?
I was escorting Keane to solitary. She made a break for it through the safety doors. I tried to stop her, but I slipped and fell.
What a load Quiet, Keane. You'll have your turn to speak in a moment. You say Keane was trying to escape?
That's right.
Then why didn't she? You were certainly in no position to stop her.
She obviously thought better of it.
A large point in her favour, especially since she ran to get help, wouldn't you say?
Suppose so.
Right, Keane, what do you have to say about this?
Instead of taking me to solitary, she dragged me out on the catwalk. She fell all right, because she was trying to push me over the edge.
That's a lie. She only went for help to cover herself.
Didn't expect anyone here to believe me.
I believe in facts. And until I get all the details, I'm going to keep an open mind on this. Take Keane back to solitary, Mrs. Barry, and I'll need a report from you and anyone else involved.
Yes, of course. So, yet again, you're accepting Keane's word against mine.
I have ordered a further investigation.
It amounts to the same thing.
Until I come to a decision on this, I expect Keane to remain in excellent health. I'm holding you responsible for that.
Who's in?
Okay, that only leaves you and me.
Oh, my lucky day, eh?
God, this is costing me a fortune.
Hey, Myra, you got to be in it to win it.
No money.
Oh, come on.
I'm out.
Oh, what a shame. Any good card, eh?
Well, them's the breaks, Pix.
Hey, do moths eat cards?
It's your turn to deal, Pixie.
Well, this one has little holes in it, that's all.
Pix.
This is marked.
You've been hustling us all along.
Marlene, how could you? Oh, it was only a joke.
It's no joke when you cheat on your mates.
Well, Myra, they were my cards. We weren't going to rip anyone off.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Oh, we were going to buy stuff with it and divvy it up, weren't we?
Divvy it
Game's over. The next time you double-cross your mates, you'll end up in hospital.
We was better off betting on the horses. At least we had a chance to win.
Horses.
Here we are, dear. A nice cup of chocolate. Always relaxes you.
I'm relaxed.
No, you're not. Now, you come and sit down here and just tell me what's worrying you.
It's almost as though you could read my mind.
Nothing so mysterious.
I am worried about that young Bobby.
Oh, she's not in trouble again, is
That's
she?
just the point. She's never out of trouble these days.
But it's nothing serious, is it?
No, it's the pressures at Wentworth. They pile up on a prisoner like a pressure cooker, make them do silly things.
There's nothing much you can do about that, love.
Well, there might be. They do give prisoners leave, you see, under special circumstances. If you're agreeable, I'd like Bobby to visit us here. We can lock the silverware away if that's what's worrying you.
Oh, Stan, you know I'm not like that. All right, if we had a prisoner in our home, I might consider locking things away.
I won't even talk to the governor about it if it upsets you.
No, it doesn't upset me. I'd be worried about you, though, spending 24 hours a day on the job.
But I wouldn't be. Bobby's not a bad kid. She just needs something to look forward to.
I don't see that we fit the bill there. I mean, why would a child like Bobby look forward to visiting us?
Oh, it's the fact of having someone outside who shows they care for her. The only friends she has at the moment are the women in the prison.
Oh, I don't know, Stan.
Wouldn't you like a young girl around the place again? Be like old times.
Are you comparing her to Mary Ann? Mary's our daughter, Stan, not a stranger.
Yes, well, she was a handful to raise. Without your guidance, she might have ended up like young Bobby. I'm just asking you to give her a chance, see her, talk to her.
Well, love, if you want to do it, you do it.
Oh, Myra, is Judy in the recreation room?
No, I think she's in her cell.
Thanks, you've saved me a walk.
Mrs. Morris, I'd just like to say how sorry I am.
About what?
What you've been through.
How did you find out?
Can't keep any secrets in here.
Oh, everyone knows.
And they'd say exactly what I'm saying. We're all very sorry. They got the bastard who did it.
One of them. How did you find out?
One of the prisoners seemed to know all about it.
Who?
You know I can't tell you that.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Myra, you know I won't dob you in. I need to know, please.
Look, I'll do everything I can to help. I can't promise any more than that.
Something really smells off here.
Yeah, well, don't look at me. I've had a shower. Oh, hello, Mrs. Morris.
Governor wants to see you straight after breakfast tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'll bet it's about Miss Ferguson, right?
Everything all right, Vera?
Oh, never mind me. What about you?
Yeah, things are pretty tough all around, eh?
Good night.
Good night.
Poor love. I bet she's having nightmares.
Yeah, and the last thing she needs now is for you to be slobbering all over her.
Bloody hell, off a bit of sympathy.
Shut
What do
up,
I get?
Dot. Go to sleep, for God's sake. Oh, yuck!
Oh, God, that's what the smell was.
Oh, when I find the person that did this, believe me.
Oh, don't be silly. Angel did it. Just like she ruined my knitting.
Yeah,
she was
maybe.
on kitchen duty, wasn't she? That bloody brat's making fools of the lot of us. Why don't you call a screw? Maybe they'll give you clean sheets.
Because this is our business, it's not their business. Now, I'll hide these till the morning and then I'll take them to the laundry.
And what about Angel?
Leave Angel to me, okay?
Hey, what does M mean?
Means the horse won in the mouth.
Right. Right. What does T stand for?
It means the horse won on that particular racetrack.
Oh, of course, right. What does X
Do you
mean?
know anything at all about horse racing, Rabbit?
Of course! I used to have a bet every year on the Melbourne Cup. But my dad used to take it for me. Look, if we're going to be bookies, I have to know all about horse racing,
All right. Just tell me this. Someone lays a $10 bet on a horse that's 5 to 4 on, right? And they win. Now, how much are you up for?
How much are we up for? I thought we were supposed to make money.
Yeah, but some people are going to win sometimes, aren't they?
Well, how do we make a profit then?
We just run it like a business. It's just like arithmetic. Now, the odds make out that whatever you take in should equal whatever you put out, except there's a bit left over for a profit.
Oh, I see.
You've got to be careful, though. You can't let everybody make a fortune on the favourite. Like I said, it's a business.
Hey, what happens if all the favourites lose on a day?
Then we clean up.
Ah, great. Hey, what would happen if all the favourites won? Can that happen?
Yeah, that can happen.
Well, then what happens?
Do you know any prayers?
No. I can't see you. Where are you?
You all right?
I can't see. Where are you? I'm lost.
Are you all right?
I can't see you. I don't know where I am.
What's going on in here?
Oh, it's Karen. I think she's having a nightmare or something.
I know. Davies, wake up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break a rule.
You're not in trouble. We're just checking to see if you're all right.
I was dreaming.
I'm not used to sleeping alone. Why won't they let me see my husband?
It's the rules. We treat everyone the same.
I want to see him so much.
Coming in here for a long time takes a lot of adjustment. Just going to have to learn to cope. But I will speak to the governor and we'll see what we can do. Now you try and get some sleep.
She'll be all right. Good night, Karen.
Hurry it up, ladies, or you'll be late for breakfast.
Is this lot hugging all the hot water?
Rabbit, will you get a move on? Get lost. I've only been in here for a minute. Bloody time.
Hey, you mustn't leave this behind, you know. Shampoo's very hard to come by since we lost our buyer.
Get your hands off my stuff.
Now, you come near my cell again, and you're gonna drink this.
You bitch!
Throwing your weight around, aren't you?
I'm just discouraging her little pranks, that's all.
Ah, that's why she got here so early, so she could hide from you.
Have you found out who raped Mrs. Morris yet?
Yeah. Wasn't just one mongrel. There were two of them.
Well, I think it's time we stopped treating Shirley Temple with kid gloves.
Couldn't agree more.
You got everything. What about the cake and your lunch?
Oh, wouldn't forget that. More than my life's worth.
Oh, anyone would think I was the village bully. Oh, Stan.
Eh?
There, that's better.
What would I do without you?
I'm very proud of you. Now off you go. You don't want to be late.
All right, see you later, dear.
Stan, do speak to the prison governor. If we can help this girl, let's do it.
I always said it. You're a remarkable woman.
Oh, go on.
Uniform.
What? Hang about. My shirts are gone. Well, I heard of snow dropping, but this is ridiculous.
Clara, I've got no clothes.
Well, looks as though it's going to be Wentworth's first full frontal breakfast.
Morning.
Morning.
How did last night go?
Terrible. Didn't sleep a wink.
But the police were watching your flat, weren't they?
Oh, yes, they were, but that seemed to make it worse. They were expecting trouble, so I was too.
Well, I hate to burden you with yet another problem, but we're having trouble with Davies, the new prisoner.
Still not settling in?
No. Oh, it's not the usual first-day nerves. She just won't eat and desperately wants to see her husband. Kept calling his name all night.
Meg, the state she's in. A short no-contact visit could make matters even worse. We've seen it all before.
Oh, I know. But in this case, I'd make an exception.
I better talk to her then.
All right, ladies, you can't come in here dressed like
We
that.
haven't got much choice, Mrs. Stuttery. Look.
Don't be smart, Mitchell. Get
come
that
on.
nightgown off at once. Bag of that for a joke. I want my breakfast. You'll all be on a charge.
Have we got any clothes, Mrs. Stuttery?
Well, what are you going to do now? Open up a second-hand clothing shop, Angel?
Mike is missing same as everybody else.
It doesn't matter who's done it. The screws can't stop us eating breakfast.
Okay, now button your lip, Bobby. Let me do the talking.
Oh, go back to your cells and get dressed properly. You're not going to get any breakfast until you are.
Mrs. Barry, it is not our fault. There's been a mix-up in the laundry and we haven't got our complete uniforms.
Well, that's never happened before.
We're telling the truth, Mrs. Barry. We're not trying to cause trouble, honest.
Oh, all right. Let them have their breakfast. I'm going to find out what this is all about.
Thanks. Bloody time. Hurry up. I'm starving.
Karen hasn't showed up for a meal.
She's trying to starve to death. Maybe if she ate something, she'd stop moaning all night and let the rest of us get some sleep.
Well, she was just having nightmares, love. And Pixie, it didn't help you telling her that I had murdered my husband. She probably thinks we're all out together.
That's right. They're going to think we're all homicidal maniacs, you know
That's
that?
not far from the truth, but we better put her straight.
Hey, speak of the devil.
Oh, hi, Karen. Come over here. I'll get you breakfast for you. Come and sit down. Gosh, you're lucky enough. Our clothes in the seat.
Well, welcome to the land of the living. I know you know Myra and Dot, but I'm Judy Bryant.
Yeah, you'll get to meet the others in due course. We're a fairly friendly bunch.
Look, I'm sorry if I offended you last night, but well, all I could think about was how long I was going to be in here and how much I missed my husband.
Yeah, well, you're one of the lucky ones, aren't you? You've got someone on the outside who cares about you. And while I'm holding the floor, let me make another point. For whatever reason we're in here, we're not all monsters.
There you are. You must be famished.
You got your appetite back quick, hey?
Well, I saw the governor this morning and she's going to let me see Lyle tomorrow.
Oh, great.
Wonderful.
Very interesting.
What do you want?
You walk into the dunny in your uniform and come out in a set of overalls. Pretty weird.
You don't what?
You might think you had something to hide. From your wife, maybe?
I could have you charged with assault for this.
Oh, I don't think so, Stanley. And you ask me what I want. I'll tell you what I want. I want you a job. You wouldn't go to all this trouble unless this little secret of yours was bloody important. So you chuck in the job like a good boy, or I'll make sure your wife finds out what you're up to. Don't think about it too long, Stanley.
Well, if it was Angel, she must have moved her butt to hide that gear.
Yeah, well, sure wish she was hidden if I get my hands on her.
Hey, look what I found!
Well, you can bet she wasn't in a hurry or this stuff would have been dripping wet.
That doesn't look like a very funny joke to me.
No, it's not. She probably expected the freak to be on duty, so we'd all be put on a charge.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it if I were you, Karen. Angel is a special case.
She's a poisonous little bitch.
Calm down, Dot. She'll get what's coming to her very soon.
Myra, I have to get you permission on something.
Such as?
Can I be a bookie?
Oh, come off it. Since when did you know anything about
Well,
horses?
she doesn't. That's what makes it fair and square, right?
Would you buy a used car from this woman?
Gambling means trouble, and you two are in enough of that as it is.
Come on, Myra. Give Rabbit a fair go. This is legit. It's fair income. I promise I wouldn't waltz.
Well, it could be an interesting lesson.
Yeah, look, it'll give everyone an interest seeing as we haven't got buy-up.
Yeah, and they'll get cash flowing through the place again, and people can get ready to bring them in stuff. if
Yeah, I'm
they
sure
want.
there's enough room for two small dealers here.
Oh, I see. Are you thinking of branching out on your own, are you?
What have I got to sell?
Okay, enterprising, aren't they? You can go ahead, but no cheating. And if you lose, you pay up. Don't come running to me.
You beauty. Thanks, Myra. There's races every day and at night, and there's dogs. We'll make a fortune. And I promise I share everything I buy with everyone.
Bloody bitch. We've got to find out what she's got on those two guys that raped me, Morris.
Well, how are you going to do that without lagging?
I'll have to find some way. I mean, the cops have only got one of them. Mrs. Morris is still in a lot of danger.
My, doesn't everyone look nice in their new shirts? Got one of those for me, Meg?
My pleasure.
Oh, thanks. You look a bit tired.
Split shift.
Is this a beauty?
Edie certainly looks after you, doesn't she?
Oh, Edie didn't make it for me. She made it for young Bobby.
Stan, the prisoners have had most of their privileges taken away from them.
Oh, I knew they weren't allowed their buy-up.
That includes presents from outside, I'm sorry.
I should have checked. My fault. Anyway, it's too good a cake to waste. Have some with your coffee.
Oh, I couldn't. Feel as though I'd taken it out of the ladies' mouths.
Force yourself. I can vouch for Edie's baking.
Slice for the road, then, eh? Edie glad that you're back at work again?
Oh, just between you and me, I think she's thrilled. You see, I'm not the kind to grow old gracefully. I kept getting in her way.
Job was a slice of good luck, then, eh?
Oh, it's more than that. It's a second chance. That job means everything to me. I've no intention of letting it go.
I don't think you have to worry, Stan. From what I hear, you're doing a marvellous job.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Now, how about you?
Looks worse now the bruising's coming out. I'm fine.
God, thought I was giving myself a hernia.
What's all that in aid of?
Well, I said that I'd get some typing classes started, even if it killed me. Which it might.
But at least the equipment looks prisoner-proof.
Do you mind? This is my most treasured possession. It's been all around the world with me. It's not just a machine. It's an old friend.
I am sorry.
Oh.
Well, better go and get some sleep. Have a good day.
See you later.
Meg.
Oh, home cooking. Can anyone dig in?
Sure, help yourself.
Hey, can you...
Well, this little bit of vandalism's going to cost you plenty, Warren.
I didn't do it, Miss Ferguson.
Really? Who did? Cat got your tongue?
I'm putting it out, aren't I?
So you lost your nerve. You won't wriggle out of this one, Warren. You're on a charge.
Oh, don't work so fast. I'm not a well woman.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't you listen to her. It's nice to see someone use a bit of elbow grease around this place for a change.
Oh.
Well, I guess I'm just trying to make the time pass more quickly.
That chance in this joint.
Well, only until tomorrow, I mean. You must love that husband of yours very much. Oh, yes, I do. Last my second marriage, I guess it was a chance I never counted on getting.
Oh, well, what was the first husband like?
Oh, not much good. He drank too much, and that got him fired from his job. And, well, then he started to blame me for everything. When it eventually broke up, I think I never wanted another attachment again as long as I lived.
Oh, men are mongrels, most of them. They only want one thing.
I'm surprised you can remember, Dot.
So how did you meet Lyle? Well, I was a bank accountant, and he had his account in my bank. I made a mistake with it. He could have got me into a lot of trouble, but he let me fix it up, and then he asked me out to dinner, and...
Seems like a nice guy.
Oh, he is. He's given me 5 of the happiest years of my entire life. We've never been apart until now.
Yeah, well, you've got a lot of love waiting for you on the outside. Don't blame us if we're a bit envious.
Oh, look, I am sorry, but I do miss him so, especially at night.
Gonna kill that bitch.
Oh, what's wrong now?
She set fire to the mattresses in our cells, Bob. I was putting the fires out when Miss Ferguson sprung me.
Miss Fix-It strikes again.
She disappeared and I'm on a charge.
Well, Jude, I think it's time you and I showed a little bit of executive responsibility.
You're on. Well, what are they going to do?
In this place, it's best not to know some things, Karen. Got me?
I wouldn't, Angel. Shut the door, Jude. It'll be more private.
You touch me and I'll scream the place down.
I've been playing a lot of games lately, Angel. We're getting very tired of it.
Look, you may as well let me out of here. You can't get away with anything.
Let's test that theory, shall we?
Leave me alone.
I'm really interested in you, Angel. I want to know all about you. I want to know all about your friends on the outside. The ones who raped Meg Morris.
I'll scream.
You do that and I'll spread your pretty little face all over this cell. Names, Angel. I want names.
No.
You're quite the little firebug, aren't you? Mattresses, my photos. Your parents died in a fire, didn't they?
Shut up.
What was that crime, Angel? Didn't they pay enough attention to the little girl? Ever wonder what it was like, Angel? Want to find out what it's like? You set Meg Morris up. I want names. Now.
Sure you're not just wasting your time, Mr. Cleary?
Not if you'll give it a go. Typing is a skill that can be applied to a lot of different jobs. Receptionists, secretaries,
Yeah,
journalists.
sure. What about us?
You lot sell yourselves short.
Yeah, don't forget to tell them about your prison record when you apply for a job, Rabbit.
If you did get a secretarial job, you know what would happen. Within 24 hours, the boss would have you on his lap, taking shorthand.
You've won me. What's the job, Mr. Cleary?
Look, these are touch typing charts. They show you which fingers should be pressing which keys on the typewriter. Look, I warn you, it's not going to be easy. There's no magic to it. It's going to take a lot of practice. Well, who will give it a go?
Oh, well, I'm a bit rusty. But...
Well, I'm not going to be testing you for speed just yet.
Oh, that's good, Karen.
I'm an old doc. I'm passing in new tricks.
Yeah, Tommy learnt that too. What'll I type, Mr. Cleary?
Here, try using the chart, okay? Now, take a letter, Miss Warren. Dear sir, thank you very much for your kind donation to the Prisoners' Aid Fund. Faithfully yours, Philip Cleary, President.
Fancy a bit of 9 to 5?
Well, what do I look like, Dolly Parton?
Have a look. Oh, Struth, that's in Vietnamese.
Oh, well, you have a go
I
then.
can do better than that.
Mr. Cleary, have you seen Mrs. Morris? I want to have a word with her.
Yeah, she's on a split shift. She'll be back on duty later.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's really good, Dot. You're not even as good as me.
The letter's in the wrong place. It's stupid.
Well, now who will have a go? Hey, look, remember, a secretary earns a top salary. Come on, Bobby, give it a try.
Forget it. Come on, Bob, it's good fun.
Well, it's about time you learned something.
You saying I'm dumb or something? Come on, love. Well, she knows I can't spell. What good are your bloody typing lessons to me?
All the more reason to give it a try. I thought you had more
Treat me
guts.
like I'm some kind of penalty.
Well, Adams, you going to go and join your friends? I'm sure they'd enjoy the company. Isn't that right, Warren? She's a sore loser.
But she hasn't got the brains to wise up.
I'm not hungry, Doc.
I've got a bit of pain, that's all.
Oh, Dad, what are you whinging about now for? You've got a special diet. What more do you want?
Well, I'm fed up with boiled muck. Anyway, you don't know what pain is.
Looks like we can trust Phil, eh? Not putting Bobby in.
Yeah, it was his own typewriter, too, you know.
That girl has got to learn to control that bloody temper of hers. It's getting worse, not better.
Well, the reunion idea didn't go over too well, did it?
Come on, that wasn't Phil's fault. Can't blame him for what her father's like. I wish she'd wake up, stop making it harder on herself.
Well, the way she keeps getting extra time, she'll end up like me and get scared of getting out.
Bobby.
Hi.
Ah, I wonder where you got to.
Oh, you know, just poking around a bit.
Well, time for a break. Come on, you haven't had any lunch.
Oh, well, I didn't really feel like anything.
You might feel like this, though. Edie baked it specially for you.
Oh,
This is against the rules, of course, but you won't get into trouble out of here. I was a bit surprised when you said you wanted to help me with the garden.
well, I like it out here.
Well, if you've got the feel for it, you ought to think about that when your time's done. Nice job in a nursery.
Geez, that'd be a turn-up. When I was a kid, the only plants I ever saw were the weeds growing through the concrete.
Oh, I'll be seeing Cass after work. I'll pass on your love, shall I?
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, there was something else I wanted to check out before I asked the governor. Edie and me would like you to visit us for a day, if I can make it.
That'd be fantastic. Except I can't see me getting day release.
Well, I'll give it a go.
You know something, Mr. Dobson? You should have been me dad.
Oh, well, you think twice about that, young lady. You'd have had Harding every day of your life.
Nah, it's this joint. Makes me do stupid things sometimes. No one trusts me. I don't trust anybody else.
I trust you, Bobby.
Myra, Doc's having a turn.
I'm a bit sore, that's all.
I thought that medicine was supposed to fix the pain.
Oh, that stuff tastes awful.
Told have you been taking it?
Not for a couple of
Oh,
days.
you idiot. Jude, go and get it
Yeah,
for her, will you?
sure.
No wonder you haven't had an appetite.
Where do you think you're going,
I'm
Brian?
going to get some medicine.
You just stay right where you are. You sick, are you, Farrah?
That's right.
Was I talking to you, Desmond? Now, Farah, I don't like malingerers. If you're sick, you go to the hospital.
I need me medicine, that's all. I got a pain.
Well, go and get it. There you are, ladies. You see, I do have your welfare at heart. And from now on, I'm going to give each and every one of you my very special consideration. I think I owe you that much.
Oh my God, she's terrifying.
Oh, she's just trying to drive us all crazy, having us wonder which one she's going to put the boot into next.
Hey, what's the freak looking so pleased with herself for? Who'd she get?
Never mind that. Where have you been?
In the garden with Stan. I bought you all some cake. Edie made it.
Now, I want to talk to you.
Myra, I know I screwed it up with Phil. Can I make it up to him later?
Yeah.
Let it ride, Myra.
Oh, Bryant. You are easily bought.
Sad but true.
I'm sorry, Stan. I can't see any way the department would allow it.
But the trouble she's been in hasn't been Bobby's fault.
No, not entirely, and I can see your point of view. I was hoping the visit from her father would help give her some kind of outside stability.
Well, it didn't work, but it might with Edie and me. Just a day now and then is all it'd take.
I'll do what I can, but I'm not making any promises.
Thanks, Mr. Reynolds. I'd better head off. I'd like to see Cass before I go home. I'll back again, Meg. A rest for the wicked.
You're back early? You look as though you haven't slept at all.
Police just rang. Peter Wright's been released on bail.
I've only taken 2 lousy bets today, not even $3 worth.
There you go. Races at Colac isn't exactly the Melbourne Cup, you know.
Yeah, I know, but as soon as we get $5 profit, Ray can start bringing us in some goodies. Look, if you and me get together every rec break, I reckon we can drum up some business.
Yeah, well, you're the bookie, not me. I've got to help Stan in the garden.
Since when are you so into gardening?
Since there's more than one way to make a profit.
Yeah, like how?
Forget it.
Dot should have been back by now. I'm going to check on her.
Yeah, well, take the skip. The freak is just looking for excuses.
Good idea, 99.
Not too much. I want to bleach the shoes.
Oh, did Mr. Cleary give you my message?
No?
The man who raped you was Peter Wright.
Thanks, but it's too late. He's already been charged and released on bail.
Well, he wouldn't have been if the police knew about his other victims.
What?
Names and dates.
What about the other man?
Sorry.
I don't suppose you'd repeat this to the police?
I've gone further than I should have already. Only because the other women were backing me.
Yeah, who set me up?
We'll deal with her in our own way.
I can't condone violence no matter what happened to me. You know that.
Who said anything about violence? There's more than one way to settle a score. Mrs. Morris, quick!
I've just had word from the hospital. Dot's condition is serious but stable.
We found out this afternoon that she hasn't been taking her medicine.
It's got nothing to do with her ulcer. Her medicine's been tampered with. She was poisoned. She would have a better chance if the hospital knew exactly what the poison was. Can anyone supply that information? I see. For those of you who do care about Dot's condition, I'll keep you informed.
Can I have a word outside with you, Miss Ferguson?
No.
Forget it, Adams. You're on your own now.
No, she's a bit boring, but who would have...
God, how naive can you get?
Where's Angel?
She was by the door a minute
Yeah,
ago.
and one guess where she is now. My bloody fault. I was too soft on her, and now Dot's paying. Well, I'm going to find her, and this time we're going to do the job properly. Come on, girls.
Yes, Andrea.
Call for you, Governor. Detective Inspector Rouse?
Put him through. Anne Reynolds. Yes, Inspector. Any news?
There's been a new development in this case, Mrs. Reynolds. I think you'd better get over here to your flat right away.
Is that absolutely necessary?
Afraid it is.
Right.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
You've got to help me.
What's going on?
The others are after me.
And what have you done?
Just open the gate.
If you wish to admit to any crime you're involved in, I could take you to the governor.
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, you've got to protect me. It's your job. They're going to kill me.
I know my job. Don't waste my time.
Come back! Mrs. Morris! Help me! Mrs. Morris! No! No! Let me go!
If I could make you look any happier, let me know.
What happened to your typewriter?
Oh, I dropped it. Seriously, what's wrong?
I have to call the police. I was right about Adams. She did know about the rape attack in advance. And I got some other information as well.
Where'd you hear all this?
Oh, there'd be no point in saying it'd only be denied. I just hope the police believe me.
I'll stick around.
No, I'll be right.
You're gonna make it, Meg.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. I don't.
Everything's gonna be okay. You just have to give it time.
Oh, what a shame. I was hoping to fix you myself, Adams.
What happened?
A man on duty spotted an intruder in your flat.
You caught him?
Fred not.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside, the roses grow. They don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.